Okay, had a false start there. I've never played Noita before. I know very little about it other than it has something to do with like the falling sand game and that there's pixels that are able to be destroyed and individually modeled and have physics applied to them. But I don't know what genre it's in. During the false start, which took a couple minutes, I noticed that it looks like there are runs, so the game is maybe rogue-ish. I'm not sure. But I'm totally blind to this game. Oh, and I guess since I did that, there was a little cutscene that played during the false start. I had some technical difficulties with OBS. It just showed like an egg in the sky and then played the title screen and then placed this character down. So that's all I've seen. Learned not to shoot this because it makes fire fall down from the sky. F pushes things. I is inventory. Okay. 1 and 2 lets me switch. Okay. Alright, yeah, so it does destroy all the pixels. So each pixel is being modeled separately, I guess, is the idea. Leave like a pile of gold behind when they die, I see. Whoa, okay, well, lesson learned. And then fire can spread when it touches stuff. Okay, I see why you had me play a little bit of falling sand game at the beginning here. Every pixel is physically simulated. That's pretty cool. And is this world the same every time, or is it rock gen? Falling everything engine. A little blood. What's this? Wand. Picked up a new magic wand. So triple scatter, light. Welp. I can't really read this tooltip. Like, is it saying that I can eventually learn these spells? Or I can swap between them somehow? Or biomes, but it's proc gen within those, okay. Careful because lots of things are dangerous, it seems like. I am currently on fire, which is suboptimal. I'm looking for gold, among other things, it seems like. That can actually destroy blocks. Looks like a ore vein of some kind. But I think I just obliterated it instead of getting it out. Yeah, I see that, but when I select this wand, it says it should have all of these spells, but I can't, like, click them or understand what they're supposed to do. It seems like it just does one thing when I cast it. Pretty cool. Die. Kill this dude first. Well, you are dead. Audio balance okay, by the way? Yeah, so this says it has multiple spells associated with it. Do I have to, like, do something to switch between them? Thank you. Like, randomly? Ow. Shuffle, no. Spells per cast. All-seeing eye. That reveals the edges of the map. Okay. Oh, okay, so I'm not ever selecting the power. I'm getting different effects each time I activate it. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'm looking for wands with interesting abilities. Don't want to be on fire. Seems suboptimal. I have a limited amount of jetpack, but it regenerates, it looks like. It's the orange bar in the top right corner. I see. There's all kinds of different liquids with different effects, it seems like. Is this wand useless now that it's out of bombs? I should just replace it if I get the opportunity. Shuffle, yes. Spells per cast, 2. So it'll pick any 2 random spells every time I cast it. And these are just completely random effects. Or it ignores my aim. I see. This is cool so far. Is there any sort of permanent progression in this, or is it just every time you could get literally any wand in the game? Because it's all random effects. I guess that first one I had was like crazy powerful, but I wasn't using it smartly because I had no idea what I was doing. Fire generates smoke, it looks like. Can't tell if that does damage. Stay out of the poison goop. Probably gonna die to being poisoned soon. Oh, I can wash it off of me. What is that? Looks fiery. When touched, a pleasant warmth can be felt. Being covered in blood seems like a bad thing if there's too much of it. Because all the wands are random, I could just get a wand that's like utterly, completely useless, right? It's a snow potion. exactly what it sounds like. Okay. Can things ever generate out that I don't have the tools to make progress, and therefore my run is basically locked because I have no way to blow shit up? Here I don't think I can go down any further. Or do they try to generate stuff in a way where there's always a way to get to something at any given time? Okay, keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm wondering if it works like a, you know, like a Zelda randomizer where it's checking to make sure that it's still technically possible to get through an area even if you're using glitches or weird high-level tech. Almost always be able to go down. Mud, I think I just got on me. Is this an interesting thing or no? I can't interact with it. Oh, okay, the pedestal stays lit up. About to die to poison. So I guess this game is maybe similar to Spelunky. Is that a fair comparison? Like structurally? Like big world with a bunch of like secrets that you kind of are just encouraged to figure out through normal play. Ouch. Very finish. New game. That's cool. I'm really bad at Spelunky, so we'll see how I get with this. Oh, so I don't always start with the bomb. I always get a random starting potion, it seems like. Spelunky has discrete levels. This might all be one big world. I guess we'll find out. Wand. This one looks like it has a bomb on it. But it's... okay, so it's very similar, if not identical, to the one I had last time. So can every single attribute on a wand randomly generate? It's not like, you know, scripted roguelike relics where it's like, okay, there's this wand and it does this. It's like literally just the wand has a random name and then random attributes. Okay, that's cool. So it happens to also have a bomb that happens to also have 3 uses, but the use count is randomized. The other stuff like max mana, mana charge speed, capacity, spread could be random. Let's see. I think I blew up the chest. That's not ideal. Nor is being on fire. Whoops. I should endeavor to not be on fire. Ouch. Still 82% on fire. That is far too much on fire. Maybe less on fire? I'm looking for like water or something. Holy Mountain. Like the movie Holy Mountain? Attributes of a spell are fixed. Okay. I have the bomb again. Swamp potion. A lot of explosives. So, do I have to worry about important objects being destroyed? Like that chest was destroyed, but like can a wand be destroyed or a gold ore be destroyed? I got a different wand last time, which is why I was confused. I didn't get a chance to use it. Gold can be destroyed, wands cannot. Okay. Truffle, no. It has 4 instances of the same thing. Spark Bolt is different than Bouncing Burst. Okay. Cast delay is based on just these randomly generated stats and recharge time. Okay. You see. Kind of a cool way to structure the game. Like, it's neat to have come up with this concept of every pixel is simulated and then still come up with a game on top of it. I was saying very similar with Teardown, a game that you think it's just kind of a basic tech demo for its concept, but then there actually is a really cool game hidden behind it, and they were able to discover that game, I think, instead of just making a toy. So if I see like ore veins or something like that in the rock, last time I tried to use a bomb on it and it got obliterated. Maybe I'll get like a drill or something that lets me access it safely. Looks like most of my ways of destroying pixels right now are very destructive. Rock resists explosions. Tabula smaragdina. Can't, okay. All the mountains are silver and gold. What will they profit a man who lives in constant fear of death? Medicine has power to heal all the diseases of the flesh. Maybe be careful crossing this. Okay, and so if I'm at a loss of what to do or where to go, there probably should be a path down that doesn't require me to manipulate the environment, is what you're saying. Oops. Oh, shit. Once again, too much on fire. Being in blood is preferable to being on fire. So if there are distinct stages beyond the black hole portals, and maybe it is structured like Spelunky, and I need to be looking for, that is also an explosive, okay. I need to either decide that I want to move on or keep searching the level for resources, money, wands, that kind of thing. Okay, I can pick it up, I can't use it. Ouch. So the percentage liquid listed on the left is like how drenched I am with blood, water, acid, fire, like any... Instead of it having distinct status effects, I guess, it's just whether I've been affected by those number of pixels. Saturation of that liquid. Full health regeneration. Okay. Spell refresher. Okay, so I could have used the bombs. It wasn't completely useless. Now we have a shop. Oil cloud. Formation bifurcated. Disc projectile. This is 50% off. Double scatter. I see. Ah, alright. So I can customize the wand, so I can pull stuff off of a wand that I just acquired. This doesn't shuffle. So if I do... Oh, this is cool. So if I understand correctly now, this will cast 2, then 1, then 1, and then 2, and then 1, then 1, right? It seems to be doing a double shot more frequently than I would expect, right? Does shuffle no means shouldn't it be casting it through in order? Teleport bolt, spark bolt, 3 consumable bombs, firebolt with trigger, rock, bifurcated. Oh, okay. So it's a modifier. So if I do this and then this, so would you double scatter and then this? That's neat. So you can build your own wand. Gotcha. Interesting. So a wand, I guess, has core stats, but other than that, and spell slots are one of the stats, so my ability to customize it depends on how many slots are available and whether its other stats support me spamming it or not. Okay, that's cool. And so any of these guys are saying, basically, it turns these 3 into a single spell. Or it turns the next 2 into one spell. Fungal disease. When you're in danger, you sprout fungal growths. Okay, yeah, it is kind of roguish. Dying enemies release rats. All rats become your friend. Let's try rats. There's some kind of like scales. That's cool. It's neat that everything can smoothly fall apart like that. Coal pits. A rat immediately drop out of that guy. Then probably died of poison. What is purple goop? Get him, rats. Oh shit, I caught fire somehow. So I can use my swamp water to put out the fire. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so is that, are those pixels of gold that I could maybe access? Or is it just like an aesthetic choice? Guess the lava there is naturally setting fire to the wood above it. Get my friendly rats to come running this wheel? Is that a thing you guys will do? No? Okay. Probably need to be exploring in each area more rather than advancing. It is like Spelunky and other roguelikes. Okay, so now I could just straight up get a wand based on the slots it has available to it. I can't afford any of them. I see. Kick deals extra damage. I keep forgetting that I have a kick. Summons a happy minion. He'll eat enemy projectile every now and then. Teleport a short distance away when an enemy... Perk reroll. Okay, let's do Hungry Ghost. Let's get buddies. Look how happy he is. Snowy Depths. Not like a friend. Dropped a lot of money. I guess I have a problem now where enemies keep dropping stuff in fire. Means I can't like safely pick it up. Thank you, Mr. Friendly Ghost. Like sticky crap. Yuck. This game's pretty hard. So are most iterations of the Falling Sand game we played earlier like kind of a browser toy, and this is sort of the first attempt to take that and turn it into a game with objectives and abilities and unlocks and stuff? Or have there been other games like that, to your knowledge? It's cool. Dynamite TNT 16, small explosive. Okay. Cool being able to chop the stalactite at any angle there. So is this actually getting, I guess it is slightly getting weakened. So I guess we saw that in Falling Sand game where like lava would slowly eat away at walls. I think that is like slowly getting eaten away at. Oh, I didn't know I could damage these little blocks here. There's just a very teensy amount of damage, I suppose. But should I imagine that every pixel has like a bunch of values associated with it, like HP, you know, armor, explosion resistance, whether it is on fire or not, what status effects it confers when you touch it? I assume I'm actually making progress toward opening up that hole, but it's hard to tell if the TNT is actually doing anything or not. I'm not, okay. Hard to tell with the other, like, effects happening around it. I was able to blow that up, and I thought I blew away some chunks of this when I was shooting at it with Spark before. Maybe not. Could have just come at it from below, that's fine. Simultaneously cast 3 spells. Shuffle, yes. Charm creatures covered in toxic sludge. 16 glitter bombs. I may as well try it. Hey, my little rats can swim. Try not to be on fire here, that would be very bad for me. All materials can be destroyed by something. Okay, and the fire eventually got burned up. Appreciate they give you the little laser pointer if it's off screen so you know something's targeting you from a distance. Okay. Okay, so progress, this is stuff that I've discovered, right? But whether or not things can appear in the run, it's like a true roguelike. It's not like Binding of Isaac or something where I can unlock more of these by doing things. Real-time 1v1 worms. Interesting. Yeah, so I have a different thing again. Now I have 16 TNT. Maybe the second wand. Oh, and my first wand is also spark bolt this time instead of the bouncing thing. Maybe the first wand is supposed to be for damage, and the second one is supposed to be for progression and blowing up walls, but then there's randomization within there. Blood potion doesn't seem super helpful unless if there's some kind of secret altar that I can spawn blood on. Oh, I see, and it's partially full because I shot it a little bit. Gotcha. Need to figure out how many fire pixels I'm allowed to pass through without being considered on fire, right? It seems like if there's just a couple little pixels, I can kind of glide through them and be okay. Whoa, something happened up there. It's pretty crazy. Double scatter, sparkly bounce, teleport, shuffle, yes. So it's either going to teleport me or do this. I guess I can take it and still mess with it. Oh god. Acid that dissolves everything, jeez. Okay. So am I only allowed to change spells in the progression room? I was able to access some of the gold that time. Empty potion. I see this game being very addictive. You could get a really crazy god run if you get a particularly awesome wand. I guess that wand I had the first time when I didn't know what I was doing seemed like it was really good if I had been using it smartly. But he likes a big pile of goop. Okay, so we've seen that before. I can get it again. There's a reason I can't loot it now. I have too much space is filled up, basically. That would make a platform I could stand on. Oh, I didn't realize that's how that worked. Interesting. Thought it would just throw the whole bottle, basically. And then I can press right-click to throw it. I see. Now I can pick it up? Okay. Maybe I have to bring that somewhere. Yeah, that's neat. Is there falling damage in this? I haven't noticed. Like, because usually I can catch it right before I touch the ground with the jetpack. But if I just don't use a jetpack, can I just die from a long fall? No, okay. Orb Room. Emerald Tablet, Volume 7. Huh. You discovered an orb of true knowledge. Okay, so maybe that's actually adding things to the pool from now on. Right. I'd like to have an orb. Extremely dense rock, I assume, is like bedrock. Probably not intended to realistically be able to penetrate it. Uh-oh. What the fuck is that? Whoa, hello, sir. I don't want to teleport to him. That seems like a bad idea. So I got this for the first time. Sparkly bounce. Yeah, this is really cool. I'm really enjoying this game so far. I'll try going left before. Disgrace to my ancestors by not going left immediately. It's wood. This thing I have to shoot to explode, I see. to worry about error. Or maybe I do. I do, and it's conveyed with the screen. Okay, gotcha. Hello. The sacrifice of oneself to the pursuit of knowledge is the highest tribute to the gods. Excited to find out what those tablets are for. Okay, because now I'm going to die on my way back out. Oh, there is one. Oh, I see it now, thanks. So I definitely die before I get out here. You tried. Hey, Revenant, how you doing? Probably not with this run, actually, because I could dig through there, but not with just bombs, I don't think. Well, already on fire. Great start. I guess that's why they give me that. Okay, previously I was under the impression that I could only throw the liquid. If I can use it to douse myself, then I guess fire's not that dangerous. Up here. Thought so. So if I had like a teleport, maybe I could go up there. Watch for it, maybe. Yeah. Concentrated mana potion. I would personally usually prefer to play games single player, and likely the same here, but does this game have multiplayer? I feel like it could work. It depends on how much of the screen it's simulating at any given time. I assume it's the whole stage. Slime ball, poisonous slime, no shuffle. There's a mod. Okay, let's be careful this time to not blow up the chest. It's pretty cool. Need that to burn a little bit more before the fire gets completely put out. Oh, really? Oh shit, you're not kidding. Fuck. Well, it's okay. I didn't destroy the gold. And I guess they can't damage myself, which is interesting. Oh, no, they can, if it's close enough to where I shoot them. I thought it was poisonous slime, so I wasn't expecting it to interact with the wood in any productive way. Actually, could dig through a surprising amount of stuff. Like radioactive. Yes. Magic missile. Oh, but I only have 10 shots. Okay. I can probably use this much more sparingly, but... Spawn a boss again. I'm not prepared for it at all, really, but I just want to see if that is in fact how this works. Rewarded with additional health. But I don't get a heal commensurate with that, sadly. That guy is nasty as hell, okay. That was a long-ass fall, too. So I guess seeing everything once is probably, like, really complicated and takes forever. And maybe now I can try going left since I have a bunch of TNT. I liked having a renewable source of block destruction last time, though. It's not super great, actually. So I don't have the way to get up there. Energy sphere. Okay, so opening a treasure chest tends to give you an item, but destroying a treasure chest produces gold. Okay. Pollen. Oh, and that lights things up and destroys blocks. That's cool. Doesn't seem like it hurts me, which is great. See, but it can't destroy the rock, only the dirt, it looks like. Maybe it's slowly destroying the rock. It's really hard for me to tell if something is like partially damaging a pixel or not. Firebolt. 25 uses. Try to go back and dig through that area from the beginning. Probably not worth like digging for gold, unless if I can really get to it easily. Hey, thank you, Sino. Appreciate that. How have you been? Whoops. Endeavor to not be on fire. I fail myself frequently. I guess it can hurt me. I guess most things can hurt me other than my own energy projectiles. this will work, but it might be a waste of time. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, so they like pop and that damages me. But if they get destroyed by a block, I don't take any damage, it looks like. It's too strong to blow up. The idea is that the roots are too thick. Okay. So did I get something from blowing up that blue thing? Might actually be a touch loud with that weapon. I'm gonna try turning it down a hair. You know, if it's still fine. My character is slightly shorter than he appears to be, or they appear to be. I'm wondering if, like, because it seems like it matters when you're trying to fit into small gaps. See, so they like pop basically after a while, or something can make them pop. Three bombs and that's it. I'm okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, nice. No. Long distance is always really hard. Okay, so this has a bunch of empty slots. I might want to take it just for the empty slots. I don't really care for this guy. Oh, God. It's gasoline, I guess. Able to get out without taking damage. Get a full heal. Alright, what else we got here? But I basically picked up no gold. I liked Slime Ball. I guess I'd want something to interact with this, I think. Luminous Drill. I guess I can keep these spells. Okay. Teleport us. You take less damage. You teleport away every time you're hurt. Find an extra perk in every holy mountain. Or rather have something that helps me right now. Fungal disease. Teleportitis. So I can't really get to that ore, can I? Acid bomb. I assume this will dig through most stuff. I guess it's hard for me to tell whether something is intended to be held together by gravity or if it's supposed to collapse. I guess if it has even one pixel connected to something else, it doesn't collapse, depending on what it's made out of. Whoa. Whoa. Fuck. Didn't realize the teleport was that, aggressive. Okay, so like the wooden beams are an object and so can burn and fall apart and collapse, but environment are just regular pixels. I guess the reason I can't get to this ore is because I'm destroying it. I have to like more precision mine around it to be able to access it. Wonder if I can like cause this whole thing to fall out. No, okay, so this isn't a contiguous piece, so it's not going to fall. The water can drain out the bottom. Let's see. I noticed that sometimes the pixels, like I guess there's some threshold size at which they must collapse, maybe. This is kind of a nice combo because if there's enemies on the other side of a wall, I can send these through a little hole that I open. Can I pop those myself? No, sadly. I want to try to see if there's actual like resources in there that I can get. I think it's just differently colored sand, not actual gold that I can collect. Oh, no, I guess I can. Guy. I'm gonna teleport constantly because I'm on fire. Oh my god. Jesus. It's kind of funny. Opened a treasure chest, but I didn't get anything, it looks like. Oh, wait, here we go. Max health up. Shit. Oh my god, I'm getting teleported way too far away now. Stop that. Yeah, my options weren't great. I would not have taken it. But I didn't like the other two things. Okay, for that. Eat your vegetables. Satiation. I didn't even know that you could be satiated. Oh, satiated, like, are they talking about how many pixels are in you, how saturated you are? Helpful rat minions, extra life, when you take damage, a rat is summoned. Well, then I'll get teleported away, so I guess we can try that. Your stomach is empty. Oh, only now do I have a hunger meter? Okay. So it's not talking about... Air feels extremely humid. Because projectile and electric charge, it releases on impact. And everything else is a teleporter. It brings a target closer to you. And for any of that shit. Normal creatures spawn from the corpses of enemies killed by you. There's a chance the others won't disappear. Be a good thing to take super early. Blood money is dropped when death is an accident. Cordyceps, okay. I'm probably not going to make it much further. Oh, it counts for the one I just grabbed. That's nice of them. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool. Supposed to be a guy up here. How dare they? Teleportitis is definitely causing me to survive for substantially longer, he says, and then immediately dies, probably. I feel like I'm behind curve on the amount of damage I'm doing per hit. Wow, okay. Shuffle, yes. Burst of air. Pushes objects. I guess I can try it. God. What the fuck? Okay. Freezing gaze, decelerating shot. May as well try it. It doesn't shuffle. It's like impossible to make sense of. Okay. I guess I did something and then teleported and then immediately exploded. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. It's basically holding spells that I can then try to customize with later. Yeah, this kind of reminds me spiritually of Magicka. It's not, the gameplay loop isn't similar, but Magicka is also about a bunch of things happening accidentally and it being really funny. Spell mixing, random spell mixing is such a cool additional idea on top of the basic idea of every pixel is simulated. Oh, that sucks. Firebolt. Ow, dick. And normally my instincts would tell me that I should try to, use my words here. I try to find as much stuff as I can before I go through the door, but here I think the relics are almost more important. I guess getting money is really important early on. Okay, let's see. Bifurcation. Circle of Stillness. Delayed spellcast. I think that's on sale. Bouncy inaccurate spell. Right. I don't know if I like bifurcation that much. We'll see. Torch. Freezing magic. Let's shuffle, yes. Death is an accident. So what do they mean by death is an accident? Like when an enemy dies and I didn't shoot them, like they die due to environmental damage? Grid is showing you what spells are happening in a shot of the wand. Oh, okay, thanks. Well, let's get stuff that's new, I guess. Get it unlocked in the progress menu. Quadruple scatter. 4 spells with low accuracy. Shotgun. It's kind of cool. How does the cast delay work? It looks like it's like if I cast too many times, I'm accruing delay essentially, or I get a certain number of casts before delay is triggered. Fuck. Youch. Well, it seemed like it was a cool weapon, but it's very difficult to control. I guess the way I'm thinking about shot cooldown in this game is that each weapon has a stored number of charges, and then whenever I fire the weapon, I use a charge. Oh shit. Pheromone potion. So when I fire the weapon, I use a charge, and then it regenerates charges. So if I haven't used the weapon in a long time, I might be able to fire it 5 times consecutively. But if I fire it 5 times consecutively and then switch off of it, I can come back to it and fire it 5 times consecutively again. But if I'm just holding down left click, eventually I'm going to hit whatever the cast delay is. Gunpowder potion. Guess that must have burned an item. Die immediately. I thought so. Once you've gone through all the spells, the cooldown before you can start again. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask about that, if that was only necessary, if there was like a modifier. Isn't it not a randomizer then? It's a consistentizer? Game's already pretty random, right? Uh-oh. I think I can get out of here. I don't know how I got in there initially. I can suicide, I'm just trying to see if there's a way out. Oh, time to suicide. I survived that. Now I die. Yeah, it's very odd to hear. I feel like a randomizer is a thing that you add to a game that's very much not random, like Zelda. Air feels extremely humid. A broken wand. Interesting. Didn't use that last time. Got that before and didn't find out what it did. Whoa. Because I didn't see where the acid came from, damn. Yeah, you can just be dead very quickly in this. Burst of air. Bunch of potions in there, it looks like. Blow his skin off or something? Whoops. Berserkium potion. Doesn't put out fires, it looks like. I need mana for that, I guess. I'm just dead. I don't have any liquid, really, if you're putting out fires. Lava potion. Sure, I'll use that responsibly. potion idea is an interesting one. I wonder if that became a necessity when they decided that everything was going to be on fire all the time. And they thought about the design space for it and came up with a bunch of other interesting potions. I feel like a lot of the true action roguelike genre boils down to memorizing the hard way what things can kill you instantly. Okay. Oh, but it's like a static field. Okay. Yeah. I think it's very exciting to find new wands and be like, this could be the run, and then you fuck it up. Great example of early access devs being captured by their audience. Really? So, like, what was this game at its earliest stage? Okay, I see. It's a topic of great interest to me. It's not always a bad thing. It's frequently a good thing, but... The fact that you get a complete full heal when you get to the Holy Mountain is interesting. I can't review what these are, right? I just have to know what the spells are before I buy it. Guess I'll get something just to get something. Avoid it. Eats through all obstacles. Oh, but I only get 3 casts of each. Shoot. Can I tell if a spell is consumable just by looking at it? It doesn't look like it, right? There's like a number or something. Those have lower spread and extra damage and increased cast delay. Sense nearby items. Try this one since it's different. It's pretty cool. Probably gonna fully waste this, but I just want to see if I can do anything interesting or unexpected with it. That's pretty cool and unexpected. I'd already seen that there are multiple exits potentially. Fuck. No upgrade this time. No relics. Oh, did I dig up to the previous stage? That's funny. I didn't realize that it was literally... I thought that there was like a level transition. I guess there was, but... Pull that statue around. That only damages blocks, but not me or enemies. It's literally just the rest of the level, it seems like, from earlier. Huh, no kidding. This is just making sure there's a discrete chamber that you can travel to, but this chamber isn't particularly special, I guess. Like, it just exists in the game world in between the level I was just on and this level. Let's see. Yeah, but they're teleporting me to somewhere that's like immediately below where the portal is initially. I thought this was like a special like interstitial area or a new part of the stage essentially. You're invisible. Dying creatures leave behind a spirit that deals damage in a small area. Try this one. Big worm. That wasn't good. Sense nearby wands. Teleportitis. Creatures are more aggressive toward each other. Oh, pacifist reward. Oh, that's I got a chest because I cleared the level without killing anything. Interesting. Didn't see what the chest gave me though. Whoa, shit. Okay, digging down is dangerous, roger. That was fun though. I see. Cool that there's a pacifist reward. Just try to avoid all the enemies, basically. Hey, Gallic, how you doing? Boring ass firebolts. Okay. So, does being saturated with a liquid, can I only be a total of 100% saturated and it's divided among everything possible, basically? I really can't fight that guy. Let's see. Spell's refreshed. Oh, this is triplicate bolt. Three spells in a row, I see. So it won't do anything if I only have one spell in there. Maybe I guess I don't understand. So no, triplicate bolt is a unique spell, not a modifier spell. Okay, I understand. Get rid of this then. Light, teleport. So we can see how it works. Aim agnostic. You take no damage from toxic sludge. That sounds pretty helpful. Make peace with your gods. Gold dropped by enemies explodes when it disappears. Is picked up or touched by other enemies. Try this guy. Pacifist reward, I assume, is generally not going to be a relic. It's going to be a wand or a potion. Yep. On the shop screen only. Shit. Got trapped. A wand is just a collection of spell slots and core stats. So you can strip all the spells off of it and it's just an empty wand for you to put good things onto later. Welp. Perfect. I didn't because the gun didn't do anything. It just teleported enemies next to me, so it disrespecting my aim didn't matter because the whole thing was useless. Could maybe saved it to later get something that was more generally useful, but that certainly was not. Figured that's why you were asking. Really have room. Well, I guess I can take the tablet. I don't know what they do yet. Let's see. Bifurcated, double scatter, double spell. I guess I need to have 2 spells for it to do that. Torch would just always be out essentially on this step until I can get another spell to plug in here. Pure roguelike. Wands you're carrying gain 1 to 3 additional spell slots. Spells home towards enemies very slightly. Glitter bombs. Like the majority of the enemies I kill end up dying in a pool of fire that makes it very difficult to get my money. That relatively safely. There's a wand. Above and below spawns 3 rocks. Okay. It's pretty funny. Set the wood on fire. Oh, the big wand. I assume the wand images are, well, maybe they are correlated with how crazy the thing is. Triple scatter, cast 3 spells with low accuracy, it does shuffle. Increase the speed at which projectiles fly through the air. Summons an otherwise empty egg that casts a spell upon cracking open. What the fuck? It's a weird, very weird one. Let's give it a try. Infinite weird-ass eggs. Right. What the fuck? I don't understand. There's something blocking me from accessing that? Okay, let's see. Glittering field, vertical barrier, speed up, fire trail, summon missile. So when you have some of these, so like this affects the certain number of spells in a row, right? But then these affect all projectiles on the wand, so it doesn't matter where you put them. Spell has always cast on it. Give an example of one that has always cast. Oh, always cast lightning. So I was getting zapped when I was in the water, basically. These guys don't have fire trails. So maybe I'm misunderstanding how this guy works. It is nice to have that thing on the back screen that tells me what's being affected by it. Random always cast spells added to the wand in your hand up to a maximum of 4. Spells have lower spread and extra damage, but increase cast delay. Enemies near you. So now it always casts the speed up. And it can double trigger, basically, is what that's saying. It's pretty funny. Let's see how the Eggmancer does here. Don't think they can hurt me. I do a lot of damage, but I still feel like I'm under curve. Ow, dick. Dead. Yeah, I have this like crazy gun that shoots all these high damage eggs, but enemies do not die. Like I'm supposed to be substantially stronger here. God, I'm like stuck. I'm stunned, that's why. Dead very soon. Okay, that vapor, it always isn't clear to me that it's gonna damage me. I gotta keep an eye out for that better. Indeed. Magic missiles, kind of underwhelming. Probably need to disabuse myself of the built-in assumption that the consumable spells are bad, because they do come back every level, so... Like when I was using the black hole thing, that made sense, because you could use it enough to get through the stage and then you'd get it back. Oh, that's cool. Burst of Air's interaction with fire. So if you could combine that, so if you could have Burst of Air with a torch, and you had 2 spells, then it would essentially be a flamethrower. I see. Yeah, so I imagine there's a lot of, like, unexpected spell interactions. I'm sure every spell interaction has been documented by the community. It makes Burst of Air make a lot more sense, though. And it makes the torch make a lot more sense. If I could just get that and like a relic that gives me immunity to being on fire, that would be pretty awesome. I tried kicking him there and it didn't really work. Not really succeeding at making me less on fire. Whoops. I was gonna say I'm probably gonna die before I get to the door here. Is the daily run interesting? I guess if you're already like really good at the game, it's just the same seed for everybody and you see how far you can get, basically. Just curious if it has any unique like modifiers or something that are only available on the daily run. You only get one go, I see. Oh shit. Yeah, this game is very difficult. Mud potion. God damn it. As soon as that happens, I just want to like start over the run. Having the health be something that's so tactical to the individual level is an interesting choice, right? I'm used to roguelikes being brutal about healing globally, but here it's like, well, it's brutal about healing in the stage, but if you can make it to the black hole and get to the holy mountain, you're probably fine. Makes... It is neat having gases that can fly upward. I'm guessing a couple pixels of it isn't very dangerous. Oh, hey, I like this one. Really my favorite effect so far. I'll see if I can enhance it in some way. Use recharge time. Digging bolts. Come on, man, just die, please. Thank you. Critical on burning. I'm gonna die. It's fine. Oh, okay. So they'll kind of have some interesting ideas for the daily runs. To like make it work, basically. Smell of gas in the air. Right now, that first boss past the lava pool seems almost impossible, but maybe if I get the right early wand. Are you like more likely to get crazier wands later in the run, or is it equally likely to get a crazy wand immediately? Ow, god damn it. I'm dead for sure. Summons an arrow. That was a cool one. I think I'll survive long enough to get to modify it, but it's a neat base effect. Could die any second now. Shit. I don't have a good intuition yet for like where it's appropriate to take risks, where it's appropriate to just avoid all the enemies and try to go straight to the exit, when I should be trying to get money, when I should be just leaving money on the ground because it's fine. You definitely get the sense that the curve, so to speak, is pretty aggressive. Like, you have to have a pretty good wand already by round 2 to actually go toe-to-toe with the enemies, I think. Fuck. Do like Spark Bolt. I think it's my favorite starter spell. You'll keep trying to farm and get money until you're half dead, and then you'll move on. Let's see. That's helpful, thank you. Yeah, because I feel like the benefit of getting a full heal as soon as you... I was trying to get that gold, but I guess I couldn't. Getting a full heal when you get in here is huge, right? Not to be underestimated. Want that arrow wand again, that was fun. Try this. Good tool for cutting meat. Wait, what? Did that like eat my spell? Hey Yahan, how's it going? I bought... Oh, yeah, now stuff's getting destroyed for some reason. Oh, am I like dropping it on the ground accidentally? I don't think I can pick up the one I dropped. Hold on. There it goes. There we go. See how that goes. Projectiles that fly into a small section in front of you get blown away. Gain immunity to explosive damage. Firing newly found and unmodified wands heals you. That seems pretty good. It's hard to... I don't get that many wands in a level. I want to try the... I'm immune to explosive damage. Get up in some of these dudes' faces. Hair in the back of your neck stands up. Not immune to being on fire, though. Just the explosion part of it. Oh my god. I can't. Oh, cool, yeah, hon. Fun. Cool. It's a moon. Oh, thank you, Jahan. Appreciate that. This glass cannon. It cannot be increased by normal hearts. Okay, that's for someone much better at the game than me. One off. Okay, that would be better if I had more max health right now. Recoil is basically not an issue for me right now. I feel like I'm already a walking dead man here. If I can trigger the explosions, that seems good. I'm going to take this knowing that I'm already dead, but the other two aren't as interesting to me. God, getting zapped sucks. It's cool. Extra power on the chainsaw. Yep, that's what I figured. I'm definitely seeing in different runs, even though I'm doing very badly, I'm seeing like, okay, I wish I could get this wand with this wand and this spell with this spell. At least I'm having a better idea of what to look for now. I was able to pick that up from through here. Hold on. Come on, it's possible. Got it. This is summon rocks. What does this guy do? Had that before. Wasn't super helpful. Enemies don't have contact damage. They all have like projectiles and weapons that they use. Okay, I didn't appreciate that before. Oh no, that's cool. This game is extremely Finnish. All of the enemies have Finnish names. Yeah. All right, let's see. I have like no money. Didn't dislike double scatter. I don't have the cast though for that to matter right now. Bubble spark. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Arch bestow more maximum health. Seems good to get earlier. You bleed flammable gas instead of blood. The fuck? Pretty funny. Because that'd be a good combo if you were like immune to fire or something. Creatures are more friendly. Not helping me win any stages here. In fact, my current setup is kind of ass, but... I guess the pacifist chest is to make up for the fact that you didn't get any gold from killing stuff. Plasma cutter. Light. Plasma cutter. Didn't like teleportitis. A little too early for this guy. Probably am going to be there most of the time, to be honest, because I'm bad. What the fuck? Is there like a backsplash on it or something? Oh well. cigarette lighter. That's funny. Probably need to get a lot of money in the first level because enemies are very difficult to kill if I don't already have a good setup in the second level. Slimy egg. Egg is covered in slime. I think that's gonna be big enough explosion. I guess it was. Okay, slime ball again. This one was pretty good, I thought. Right. Yeah, so having to like piece together some structural stuff like that, like, okay, I'm expected to have my shit together by level 3, probably by level 2, honestly. Establish this can hurt me if I'm not careful. I think I'm corroding that successfully. I wish I could hover over it and see like block health or something. Yeah. Assuming I don't have to kill a boss at some point, in which case I would need to have a better setup, you know? Travel pretty far before they drop off. So the different exits don't go to different places, right? There's just different places toward the bottom of the stage that will take you out in case you went left instead of right. See a flammable gas 3. Bubble spark. Summon egg. Splitter bolt with timer. I was hoping to get something to modify my poison blast, but I might have to wait. Two random perks. Most of the wands will be non-shuffling. Ones you carry with you turn into non-shufflers too. Let's try 2 random perks. Every time you leave a holy mountain, a helpful homunculus is spawned. Projectile spells travel faster. That's actually pretty good. Don't have to worry about looking for a secret exit or anything. Holy homunculus is likely to stick with me. I guess we'll see. What the fuck? God damn. Kind of like instant chaos is really interesting. I'm usually bad at games that allow for instant chaos. Did pretty bad at it. It was a Golden Crone Hotel. Even that was like technically turn-based. But it was very... You could very quickly go from everything's under control to I'm fucking dead in like a frame. I guess the gold despawns after a while. It doesn't get burned necessarily. misunderstood before. I thought that the gold was getting like eaten by acid or fire or whatever. Alright, now I might be able to modify some stuff. So horizontal path, triple spell. Means I'll shoot all 3 at once. But only when it comes up. This guy is shuffle. So I guess I don't understand. Like, this one doesn't affect the ones in front of it. There's just a chance. Sometimes it, like, doesn't count in the order when it's shuffling, but sometimes it does. Is that how that works? I don't think I fully grok that. So if this wasn't a shuffle wand, then it would cast 3 all the time. Maybe you didn't understand this from like a programming perspective. So if it's not a shuffle wand and the first spell is triple spell, what happens is it activates triple spell and then it casts the next 3 spells immediately and goes back to the beginning, casting triple spell again over and over and over. Because it's shuffle, it can pick any spell. It could pick the wrong one, right? It could pick 2, 3, or 4. Okay, I think I get it. Poison arc. Short range homing is pretty good. Don't have great aim. And this literally just affects all the projectiles no matter where I put it. These are both poison arc. I guess this one's on sale. Yeah, I'm with you. All wands you're currently carrying gain a bonus to their cast delay and reload time. Let's try this. Let's see if this wand takes me any further. I'll try to move it on to something that's doesn't have shuffle, or get the relic that removes shuffle would be nice. Oh, but I'm poisoning myself now. Yikes. Okay. Be more careful, I guess. Whoa, what the fuck? Jesus. About to be dead. I do think having more money so I could actually buy stuff in the second store was nice, but also liable to be permanently poisoned here. Can't afford any of this. Constantly fire a devastating plasma beam, but you fire spells slower. Contact damage. Do even more homing. I guess both sources of homing must stack with each other. Okay, I gotta watch out for frozen vapor in this level. I've died to it a bunch of times. Trail of poison, plasma beam cross. I can hurt you. Octagonal bolt bundle. Double spell. Pick it up to repurpose it. What, did that have shuffle on it? Yes. Shit. I can blow up steel, unfortunately. That like it magnetized or something? It must have been. Oh, because of homing? That's funny. Well, I just poisoned myself, which means I'm probably dead. This guy maybe does something helpful. Oh, the homing is kind of cool if you have 2 stacks of it. Didn't realize it would like go around an edge. That seems bad. There's that frost vapor. Just getting killed a bunch of times. That's okay. That went better than it usually does. I learned some things there. Okay, so I think I really need to make sure I get a ton of money in round 1, level 1, so that I can actually put a wand together. That helps. Thanks, game. Need to be immune to fire. I really dislike fire. Can't put it out with an acid potion. Exactly. Not great. That ghost is not a friend. It's like a gravity ghost. Pulling me toward him. Oh, he's reversing my controls. That's fun. So is the relative wand size indicative of like how many slots it has? It seems like all the crazy ones I've had have been huge. Okay. If I eyeball a tiny one in the distance, I mean, I could go for it, but if I see a giant one, I definitely should go for it, I guess, is the point. Come on, man. Just want your money. I wish I had to press E to go in the portal. Well, baked wands versus making my own wands. And I can't review what it does. That's interesting. I know I like this spell. Cast another spell on collision, but the other spell is just randomly generated, or do I have a way of knowing what the other spell is? Ooh. It's brutal. Oh, another spell in here. Okay. Probably need the cast delay and reload time if I'm going to use this, because it's quite bad right now. Didn't really make a noticeable difference. Yeah. It's worse than being on fire, I think. Yeah, it was a huge mistake. Oh, I fucked up. Learned that that's not necessarily great. It's basically casting all 4 spells immediately. Like, I guess this would be a really cool wand if I had a bunch of other passive bonuses that negated the downside of the recharge time and the cast delay. Since basically every spell is proccing another spell until I run out of cast delay, right? I do like there's kind of like a programming aspect to this game almost. To program your weapon. Cloud of potent alcohol. Yeah, so the program on this guy, even though it's shuffle, it doesn't matter because it has all the same casts in it. It's basically saying whenever you cast something else when you collide with a wall or an enemy. And so that just happens infinitely until I run out of cast delay, I guess, or mana. I guess which one is it? It's not mana, it's cast delay, isn't it? Well, it says cast another spell, right? So wouldn't this one run an infinite number of times, barring cast delay and mana problems? Because there is no end to the program here, right? Each spark bolt triggers another spark bolt that casts another spell. You don't think it's infinite? I guess I don't understand. Like, it's obviously it's not infinite because it's throttled by my cast delay and my mana. But if those were somehow infinite, it would just fire infinite bolts and probably crash the game. Why is that, though? Because it doesn't say a spark bolt that casts the next spell upon collision. It says it casts another spell, which I take it as it just picks another random one. Okay, the wording's not precise. That might be interesting. Splitter bolt. Okay. Similar recharge problem, but maybe I can make it suck less. I think there's still only a random chance that it's going to pull one of those, right? So the splitter's not really helping me there. It just determines whether it's splitting off from me or when it hits a wall, I guess. I assume the number of bounces was because it was running out of cast delay, because I was like waiting too long after it activated. Okay, that actually really sucks, doesn't it? Sucks really bad. So this is compared to my current one, so it's a shorter cast delay. No, it's a worse cast delay, but a better recharge time. Always cast something that I can't see what that is. 2.63 seconds is the big problem versus 1.03 seconds. So maybe if I just like literally swap to this one, I can't tell if I'm throttled primarily by cast delay or by recharge time. This is the first time I've had to look at the inherent stats on a wand. It's better. Yeah, so what's the difference between cast delay and recharge time? Maybe I don't understand that. It's basically non-existent in either case. It's the time between when I click the button and when the projectile comes out, as opposed to the time that it takes to recharge to cast again. Sand and soft powdery materials dissolve quickly in your presence. That sounds fun. Fortunately, I got the relic that made my existing wands better, but it didn't make my one wand very good at all, really. The effect on that is nice if I'm in a tiny room so it can bounce constantly off everything, but it's kind of useless in big open chambers with single tiny enemies. That's okay, I'm gonna die in a second, but I'm learning more about the game. So do certain enemies just have the ability to stun you? Or is it like when you take a certain amount of damage in one hit that you just automatically get stunned? Let me see. Liquids freeze in your presence. You bleed slime. Slime no longer slows you down and you have higher projectile resistance. Love to have attract gold. I kind of just want that like by default, to be honest. Quality of life improvement. That's a great room to have this laser. Okay, so pink is slime. Ow. Well, I bled a lot of slime, apparently. Yeah, I'd love to try to program a cool wand before this stream is over. I gotta put in the work in the early stage, I guess. I guess that's what practice mode is for. Since it's always the same seed, you can like memorize where to go to get which wand or which ability. I've probably gotten like you know, the flamethrower combination I was talking about, or before I realized what that was. This game doesn't care about time to clear a stage at all, right? Like, there's no like bonuses for going through it really, really quickly. A little bit too close to that explosion. Please don't burn the chest down. I did like sand dissolves around you. I guess I need to think more about this game as I'm trying to get to the exit. I'm trying to explore or kill stuff or find wands or whatever. So that seems like that really helps getting to the exit. Okay, summon rocks, I don't care. That kind of sucks. Always cast something. I guess I can preview it before I buy it. Increases the damage done by a projectile. So simultaneously cast heavy spread, odd firebolt. There's only 25 uses on it. Double spell, bouncy and accurate, recharge time. I feel like right now I need to like stare at recharge time as probably the most important thing when deciding to buy a wand. This is funny. It's chainsaw. It would be interesting to try to do a melee build. This accuracy doesn't matter if it's literally a chainsaw, who cares, right? I guess there tends to be a higher recharge time on something that has a high capacity. Maybe that's not a hard and fast rule, but I'll give this one a try, just because I haven't seen those before. Maybe it's bad. Maybe I have enough shots that I can get through the stage with it, though. Explosion immunity. No direct damage from explosions. I feel like that one's strictly worse than the enemies explode and you take no damage from explosions. I feel like there's some kind of grace period on your own projectiles being able to damage you. I guess this one can probably damage me if I shoot it directly into a wall that I'm facing. God damn. That was too difficult to control anyway, so. Slime boy. It's a different start. It's full of fungal spores. Lamuxium potion. Okay, that's a boring guy. I don't like this one. Oops, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so it's like a teeny tiny wand if it literally has just one thing on it, I guess. I think this stone structure is usually indicative of being close to the exit? Question mark. Well, that sucks. Didn't know those guys could explode. Yeah, you kind of just have to take them. I wouldn't mind, I guess practice mode is supposed to be this, but some kind of like explicit experimentation mode, or like when you unlock a spell for the first time, you have an option to just jump around in a little test chamber and cast it a few times. I guess that's what you're saying about using the Holy Mountain to do that, but I guess it's kind of a cursed problem with this sort of a game where experimentation is simultaneously necessary for success, but also heavily punished at times, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're just trying to get to the end of the stage, right, then you shouldn't experiment. You should do with whatever is the safest possible thing that you know has gotten you there before, but you might be leaving an incredibly helpful wand combination on the table by not just trying something just to try it. So I guess you have to think about this game as, screw how far I get, I just need to figure out different interactions, because that's ultimately better for progress than, you know, getting to the end of stage 2 one more time. Who cares? But I think that requires a very deliberate mindset on the part of the player. I feel like that there's a mix of canned wands and wands that you craft yourself by remixing the spell slots. So you could just happen to stumble on a combination that's really good and remember that it's good for future runs. That's smart, I think. But you're not entirely forced to experiment. Does this one work? Firebolt. Oh, it's a big mana eater. Okay. Okay, so I see the stone that indicates I'm close to the bottom, which means it's probably down here. Okay, learning. Can't afford very many of these, so eggs. Luminous drill with timer. What's useless? So that casts a spell upon cracking open. So when it says a spell or another spell, it means the next spell in the order, not... I interpret that to mean a random spell. No more knockback. The Luki minion to help. Tinker with wands everywhere. Well, I don't think that's helpful enough, honestly. Let's try the Luki minion. Not feeling hot about this run. We'll see. Trying to get as much money as I can. Yeah. Like the pick up gold. Like it's the kind of quality of life upgrade where it's like, oh, I can't justify spending a relic slot on that because it's not helping me win. But it would be really nice. Like if I got it for free from something, that would be cool. God damn it. I'll die. It's not the right way to go to not die. I assume when I get items like the slimy egg or whatever, there's just like a specific location I have to take it to. Would you call a lot of that stuff wiki bait, or is it like fairly reasonable that a player would find? I mean, maybe wiki bait's the wrong word, but is it like intended to be like the community figures this out at large? Like, oh my god, I tried using slimy egg in this room, and you know about it because you've been on the Discord or read the forums or whatever. But like an individual player isn't expected to find any of those interactions. Okay. Those guys are annoying. Wasn't feeling hot about that run anyway. I definitely see them going for like the you have to discover how everything works approach. Shiny orb. What happens if you kick it? Oh, that's cool. The vast majority of stuff I've encountered was in the game and it was in early access, so wow. Well, there's a difference in tone, I would argue, right? Like, sure, it's a repository of community knowledge, fine, but like a game like Minecraft is not explicitly designed to be a game that is like a community scavenger hunt, you know. It's got wiki bait that the devs just haven't included any way for the player to understand it in the core gameplay, and that's not because it's a deliberate design decision that they want the players to get together and understand it. It's just they have chosen not to convey any of it, right? Whereas this game seems to be, it's all supposed to be a mystery. It's all supposed to be a Mew is under the truck, like, you know, school ground secret thing. I played a lot of roguelikes that go for that. But unfortunately, when you do that, it effectively turned into wiki bait. It's the Binding of Isaac cursed problem. Whoa, didn't know it would explode eventually, but it's okay. Parts that are genuinely both pure wiki bait versus elements that are community secret delving. Yeah, right. Something that potentially makes the game super interesting for people hanging out in the early access Discord and talking about the game, but makes it maybe more impenetrable to a blind player checking it out for the first time. Yeah, it's a different, because Dead Cells had the problem where Dead Cells doubled down on being a game for speedrunners because the people in the early access community were all speedrunning it. And it was a game that when I first played the first like 2 hours of Dead Cells, like, oh my god, I'm gonna play this game for 400 hours, I'm gonna 100% it. And then I saw that like difficulty 2 was already like not way too hard, but like way too extreme to be fun for me. So you have to go really fast, nothing is ever allowed to hit you, right? I'm like, well, now I don't want to play this game anymore. I beat it once and that's enough. Thing you've encountered so far is the surface of the game, the bulk of the game, and the majority of what was already in the game. That's really interesting. Nice squeeze in there. Scooch on past you there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. It's cool for the people who are already like super into it and it's like the one game they play all the time. Right. Yeah. I see what you mean. This is an interesting weapon. Just don't hurt me, which is nice. Oh, they do hurt me. Fuck. Okay. You just assume everything hurts me. Yeah, I can completely understand why you would want to share that then, since that's a topic that's very near and dear to my heart in different games. I wonder, I don't know that there's really been a lot of like formal discussion on it in the industry. Like I haven't seen any GDC talks on early access audience capture or live service audience capture, right? It's something that I've noticed from playing games for my job for 10 years. I'm sure a lot of other people have noticed too. I guess specifically playing games for my job that I might not have otherwise stuck with, right, if I was just playing them casually, and because the audience has control over the schedule. Suspect there's nothing new under the sun, and if something feels like it's a novel observation, it's probably been observed 100 times before. But it would be nice for more devs entering into game development to have like those resources to have encountered the take, like, hey, maybe consider that a downside to developing your game in early access or developing it as a live service game is that you will increasingly cater to the people who already like the game without realizing it, you know? Electric torch. Okay, that's probably exactly what it sounds like. I was hoping to get some modifiers here, and I did not. What is this? Maybe magic arrow can be good for me. Could just wait to the next area. Yeah, if you happen to run into it yourself, it's really cool. Yeah, but you gain immunity to explosive damage. That's just strictly better. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm down with that. I have argued that in games that are intended to have like crazy secrets like La Mulana, that the objective is that yes, you are almost certainly going to have to look something up at some point, but the trade-off is that occasionally you're gonna figure out a truly insane secret on your own, and it's gonna feel incredible. It's gonna be like, you know, drugs when that happens. So the 3 times you're forced to look something up are worth the 1 time you found something that most people had to look up because you just vibed with the dev that 1 time, you know? Behind your back. Projectile eats the environment as it flies. Try this. Oh, it eats the environment like the black hole. That's cool. It's better at eating some things than other things, though, which makes sense. Above and below. It's maybe more interesting than the one I just got. The first secret you discovered expanded your perspective on a game in a way that nothing else has really captured. It was a mere moment of pure awe. But then you're like, oh my god, what else is in this game? And you looked up and you're like, what the fuck? How the hell was I supposed to ever discover that? God damn it. Yeah. Yeah, and then I totally get where you're coming from, because then you have this problem where you're like, Now I feel like I have to consume this game by being on the wiki constantly. I can't just like play it and enjoy it, because what of all the stuff that I'm missing that I would never encounter otherwise, you know? Oh, it's a long recharge time though. House is a friendly creature. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Dissolve powders. Double gold per nugget. It's early for that. It's a big wand. What's your deal? Rock spirit. Autonomous rock ally. Well, I like the word autonomous. Problem is it's got a gigantic cast delay. Can still damage myself. Cast 5 exploding crystal bombs all around you. That's neat. I need the black hole to be able to open this, I assume. Well, it's not just alienating other players, it's when you're iterating on a game, it can be very easy to lose track of what your original like objective for the game was, right? Whether or not players are alienated, like you could end up making a game that is very different than what you originally set out to make. And you have problems where you have the devs that have the hard line design lines in the sand, like Path of Exile, right? Where they just say, no, our game is Diablo 2. It's going to be Diablo 2, regardless of what the game is actually mutated into, you know? Holland was kind of dangerous. You're getting feedback. Like, the only people who are playing your game, the people who boot your game up and then turn it off because they hate something that sucks, don't usually leave a message and say, hey, I stopped playing your game because I really dislike this feature, right? They just stop playing and you don't hear from them again. So the people who are giving feedback are the people who do like kind of the core experience. Yeah, right. That's crazy shit here. Always cast reduce speed. Hexagon. Shuffle yes. Kind of just want to try this because it's wild, but I don't know what I'd want to do to it since it's, I guess it being shuffle makes it worse. My first wand isn't shuffle, so I could move a lot of these spells onto my first wand if I wanted to. Let's try it, why not? So, get rid of these rock spirits. Speed up. Just again, if it's dark blue, it can just go anywhere. It just modifies everything else in that spell, basically. Okay. This needs to be 6 spells. And then I guess since it's not shuffling, that should be enough, I think, if I understand correctly. It's this one, right? Oh, it is going through the modifiers, isn't it? 2. But it's only doing the modifiers every other cast, basically. So that's why always cast is interesting. Okay, I guess I understand that. I understood the always cast on this guy. I can't see what that tooltip says, right? Does that mean that they'll always process and then... So like when they process, should I imagine that it says, do this and then immediately do the next thing, do this and then immediately do the next thing, do this and then immediately do the next thing, do this? I see, thank you. It's very helpful. No longer drown, you can move in liquids with ease. Every time you visit a new area, you regain 60 health. What do they mean by new area, right? Because I already get a full heal whenever I come here, right? So it can't mean a zone transition from a teleport. Oh, don't I only ever enter a new area when I come out of a teleport, though? I guess we'll take this. Okay. Shit. Almost died to that very quickly. Come on, don't. Explosions is great. I need something that just makes me explode. That would be fantastic. I didn't see I was that close to the thing. Okay. Broken wands. See, does it matter? Like it's longer to get another passive, right? Or is there different stuff that can spawn there? Or I guess there's probably secrets there. Use that as a base later. Collapsed mines. I think in addition to the kind of obvious issue of, you know, the one I always come to, Final Fantasy XIV is self-selected for people who are okay with it being a visual novel. There's also the problem where as you continue to, your audience continues to self-select for the game as it currently exists, they become increasingly okay with whatever flaws it might have, right? And they become increasingly okay with the game requiring a very high level of mastery. So mastery being not the opposite of blind playthrough, right? A blind playthrough is you always have zero mastery, and by the end you might have some mastery, but it's not as much as someone who's playing the game all the time. MMOs are naturally pretty high mastery games, end up being about knowing which dungeons to run, you know, what gear is the best, that sort of a thing. But I think developers enter into making games and don't realize that they're making a mastery game, right? This is very similar to the one I had last time, but with a not ass recharge time. So maybe I should try this. Just shuffle. Gold nuggets never disappear. It's another one. I think a handful of these, it wouldn't be terrible if they made them passive unlocks for finding cool stuff. It's probably contrary to the roguelike objective with the game, but... like, gold nuggets doesn't disappear is a thing that would be a hard sell to take over anything that actually affects your ability to do damage or survive, but it would be a really cool unlock if you just got it, as this is just true now. And it wouldn't make a huge difference for good players who probably aren't letting their shit disappear anyway, so... already, sir? Oh my god. The other enemy's corpse was protecting him, I guess? Oh, I want this one. Leave a trail of magical sparks that harm passing creatures. Killing an enemy replenishes levitation power. Let's try this. Stinky farts. Oh, it's like terrible damage though. Okay, well now I know how to use it next time. Reviewing my stuff here. DRD spawn, motherfucker. Jeez, I'm like stuck. Crap. I'll be dead any second now. Really don't have a lot of money here. Feels like they're expecting you to have like an insane wand in level 2 so that everything just dies and you just get all the golds. You have so much money to afford stuff in the new rooms. Spells knock enemies around with more force. So we can try that. A knockback would be good so that the bouncing spell hits them again. Mr. Worm. Guy's scary. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for putting this on Sublog. It is a really interesting game. I'm enjoying it so far. Imagine it feels really good to figure out great wand combinations and get like a god run. Die already, sir? I ask you to kindly die, please. Okay, sure. Works for me. The game I see in front of me is quite fun. Well, I feel like I got a lot of money that level, and I can't afford anything, so... Binge rats. That's pretty helpful, actually. Alright. EB. Looks like the knockback also inflicts some stun on them, maybe? Oh, but I do, like, no damage to shit, so I just need to, like, go, I guess. Still feel way behind curve on damage here. Can I, instead of getting a gun shop, get one of these shops? Thank you, but I can't afford anything, so that sucks. Healing bolts. How do you work, sir? I probably can't actually cast it on myself, though, right? That must be like, there must be a thing that you need to heal that's like a puzzle unlock or something. Oh, well. Great start. Incredible start to that room. Okay. I have to leave a lot of future Marstead notes here. Digging blast. That kind of sucks. So if I could get the glass cannon thing that makes it 5 times more powerful, that might be interesting. It's okay on non-rock is the idea. Luminous drill with timer. Sure, that makes sense. We all not want to try to just like do a digging build where I just avoid all the enemies and drop to the bottom as fast as possible. Worm attractor. Interesting. That's usually pretty good in games like this. Let's see. I can actually use that to get money though, which is cool. It's a really substantial amount of money, holy shit. We're killing enemies. Might explain why the shop cost seems so like absurd. Dig greedily, dig deep. See ya, prop. Double spell, heavy spread, concentrated light. It's kind of interesting. Can set myself on fire with it though, keep that in mind. Jot that down. The nice thing about digging is that it's a way to avoid getting hit by some enemies. I'm sure there are enemies that can like fly through walls that get around that. No, I don't want to get pre-baked wands. Recharge, cast delay. So we want the cast delay to be as low as possible, is what we're saying. Try it on here for now, just to try a different thing. Projectile spells have a chance to duplicate, but you're more vulnerable to projectile damage. You gain a small permanent shield. Vomit near you evolves into helpful rat minions. Okay. Oil, Death Cross, gold to power. 5% of your current gold adds damage to projectile proportional to the amount spent. Interesting. Transmute oil from nothing. Well, main liquid I'd want to create would be like water, I think. And maybe there's some goofy shit you can do with that if you like. Basically an infinite oil potion. So if you could do that and like immediately light it on fire, that could be cool. Do this. I feel like I haven't seen that drill power before. It comes up relatively regularly. Wow, what the fuck is this? I don't have enough gold for it. Okay. I do like the pacifist chest. Runestone of Edges. Okay, I feel like kicking it. Like do something if there's enemies nearby or it's necessary for progress or something. It's like a specific puzzle item maybe. Wands can't be tinkered with. Enemies drop blood money. Projectiles seemingly phase through you. Explosions aren't something I have to be super worried about. So this area has a bunch of steel that I can't bypass via mining. Let's see. Well, maybe I should have taken immune to explosions. I was having fun with that one too. Yeah, I guess a problem with a game that's chock full of secrets from like discoverable items is that every time you discover an item that's only useful if you know what it does, it's taking the space of another item that's useful to someone who... Oh, they gave it to me right away. That's kind of them. Cast delay sucks, but I can try to move it later. Taking away space from an item that would be useful to someone who doesn't already have mastery of the game, making it harder for them to eventually encounter that stuff, you know? So maybe the solution is to have all of the crazy secret phase of the game only unlock after you've beaten it once. Terrifying acid projectile. Yeah, that dig rate is ass. Horrible. Gotta try to fix that. Starting gun is probably better. 0.13 versus 0.43. Okay, so yes, but what else do we have here? Energy sphere, light, torch, triplicate bolt, glitter bomb. Sit on it for now. Extra knockback on spells, helpful homunculus. I didn't really find blood. I guess enemies have to die, or I just have to luckily stumble into a pool of it. Do I have a blood? I have a Berserkium potion. Fuck, if it was a blood potion, that would be great. I need to get a better wand. Cast delay is super short. One sec, you guys. The doorbell just rang. Sorry, Andrea locked herself out. This guy. What's up? Okay. Oh, you got your piercings. Nice, they look great. Very cute. Oh, you got a tattoo. Nice. Yeah. Very cool, Andrea. Good job.
Yeah. I just felt like doing body modifications today.
Heck yeah.
I don't know. Do my tattoo.
Equal sign.
It's an equal sign for equality.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. And I don't know if you can see.
No, probably not.
Anyway, I got
It's very
three.
small.
I had my lobes pierced, but I got 3 kind of in my upper ear.
No, it's very cool.
But yep, that's what I did today.
Nice.
Body modification hype. Making permanent changes to my body.
When you're almost 40.
Body. And I can.
Yeah, exactly. I still want to get a
I called
tattoo at some
Robin
point.
to get advice on taking care of the tattoo.
Right on.
That she's proud of me for getting tattooed before you.
Yeah, I know, right?
I thought you were gonna be more surprised.
No, dude, we talked about this yesterday. Oh yeah.
Well, I just had one of those,
No
I'm
damage
just
from
gonna
fire.
fucking do it moments.
Oh, that.
But when I went to get the tattoo, I was shaking. And she's like, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, kind of, but the tattoo didn't hurt at all.
Uh-huh.
My
Yeah,
ear
it's not a big
piercing
deal.
hurt like a motherfucker. There
Uh-huh.
were 3 of them.
It's
I
really
thought
cool.
the tattoo was gonna hurt. I thought it was gonna hurt. It didn't hurt at all.
It's not that bad, I don't think.
It's really not that bad.
Oh, this is long-ass
Isn't it
recharge
cool?
time. It is cool. Yeah. You happy with it? It's really good to hear.
All right, I'm gonna go watch stuff.
Okay.
Let me know when you're done. We'll get Taco Bell.
Sounds good. Bye.
And I'll feed the kids.
Thank you. Really need to upgrade this thing. I've been late on getting a tattoo. My entire family is tattooed. I'm the one like weird rebel who is completely straight edge. Has no tattoos or piercings. Not because I'm against them, I just never have made the time to go do it. I'd like to get an Adventure Time tattoo. Yeah. Andrea's very funny though. She's like, you know what? I got out of work early. I'm gonna go get piercings and a tattoo.
Yep, that's basically what happened.
Normal Friday thing to do. feel like 38 is the time. Maybe I'll start getting piercings and tattoos when I'm 38 next year. Well, I'll take a bunch of gold. Almost all your spells bounce and last longer. Immunity to explosion and immunity to fire. You have 50% less damage as long as you have no active stain status effect. Let's do... So stain is when you're saturated with any kind of liquid, I guess. Yeah, I want to be immune to fire and explosions. That sounds fantastic. I don't think this influx of money lets me buy anything here. No. Yeah, that makes sense. Which I happened to have last time, which was pretty cool. Try to make fetch happen again. Double spell, plasma beam. Well, that's pretty good. Recharge time kind of sucks. Guessing those can damage me. Well, that can damage me. I feel like that frost vapor is like so crazy. Like you take damage every frame that you're in it, it feels like. There's no like iframes. Okay, yes, they can't hurt me. Everything hurts me. That's Noita. Come on. Get me the gold. God damn it. It's not gonna get it, is it? That's an acid potion. That's not very helpful. Just being immune to both fire and explosions. I'm never gonna get that combination again. So far, I feel like I keep getting stuff where it's like there's two things I really like, but I need a third thing to have a like full build. And then I die before I get anywhere close to that. Yeah. But I like needed to be able to practice with it to see how dangerous it was. It's fine. Cellar Radium potion. I have never seen that before. Oh, he had a wand. That's interesting. Whoa, did I just crash? Wow. Crash from picking up the guy's wand. No, I'm super happy for her. I'm really bad at matching excited people's energy when I'm streaming because I'm like my streaming attitude is like so like muted. I'm very pumped for her. Like she's been wanting to do the equal sign tattoo for like years. I think she'd been talking about it for at least 7 years, maybe 8 years. And since she cut her hair short, I said the other day, you should get those, I forget what they're called, the ear piercings on the side of your ear instead of on the lobe of your ear. And she just decided to do it. Very cool. Oh, so he can pick up the wand. That's kind of interesting. I didn't realize they could do that. Actually a little bit sad that the game crashed when I picked up that airburst one, because I was going to try to make the flamethrower happen. I'd love to try to do that at least once. It seems kind of fun. Alright, well I like this one. I like the time that I had like 4 copies of it. That's basically a dig through the level pacifist setup. But I'm not going to have it much longer because I'm about to die. Alright, so this is non-shuffling, which is almost always better than shuffling. Possibly literally always better than shuffling. 0.23 seconds, 0.83 recharge. I never get the modifier. I want modifiers when I get in here. I feel like that's the exciting stuff. Aiming sight is useful. Let's just do this. Alright, energy orb with a trigger. Cast another spell on collision. Well, this is pretty fun. I like this one. Okay. Well, I really want to try to make digging through the stage happen because it's really fun to me. If I buy this, it would probably go on... I guess I got rid of my bomb spell guy. I don't really have anything good to put it on if I were to buy it. I guess I could buy it and just sit on it. Giant explosion on slimy enemies. Also pick up Burst of Air and hope I find the flamethrower. This needs to be first, right? But it's shuffle. Dark blue needs to be very first, I guess. The trail of water is nice because I can use that to basically never be on fire. Probably take 2 random perks. Fly 100% longer is kind of cool though. Most wands will be non-shuffling. The wands you carry with you turn into non-shufflers too. That's cool. 4 spells with low accuracy. End up producing a shitload of water. I probably need to like gain the ability to not drown. So why is this not casting the spell 4 times? Is it because each one is triggering other ones, basically? Let me see what happens if I throw another thing in here. That's definitely casting 2. I guess things that cast another spell on collision can't be affected by scatter spell, maybe? Maybe they all have to be different spells in this case. That's more like it. I think it can still cast these afterward. It just can't cast all 4 of them at once with quadruple scatter spell. Weirdly. Okay. Give that a try. This guy is Firebolt. Andrew just said it wasn't too bad. It didn't hurt. I think it hurts depending on where you get it. I think like your forearm is pretty safe. It just kind of feels like vague tingling. But if it's on like your back, then it kind of hurts. Die, please. I'm really having trouble actually hitting it. Closer to bone, the more it hurts. That makes sense. Cast 2 spells, Gravity Field, Toxic Mist. Or just sensation in general. Try moving this. Curious if I remove that, if it still works. Oops. Shit. Cast another spell on collision. Not really benefiting from being non-shuffle now. And none of these guys are good for the drill, sadly. Recoil's reduced. Chance to duplicate. Let's do chance to duplicate. Ooh. Reduce recharge time and a bunch of arrows. And it's pretty fast. And it poison arcs. Okay. Fuck. This is pretty sweet, actually. I don't know what all that purple gunk is. I'm very poisoned right now, though. very excited about this gun, which means I'm probably going to die very soon. I keep getting poisoned. I don't know how to stop that from happening. Oh, it's 3 damage per tick? Yeah, I'm dead. Infestation. Sparks fly in every direction. Let's just get it to get it unlocked, I guess. What the fuck is that? That's pretty incredible. Okay, the game is really struggling with all that shit on the screen. Damn. A pretty cool gun. It's probably the 2 coolest guns I'm ever gonna see, and then I just kind of got stuck. Bummer. Oh, is it like leaving poison in the air that's killing me? I feel like stuff like that, you like need to have the relic that makes you immune to it. Otherwise, it's like really hard to skill shot with it all the time and not accidentally hurt yourself. It's one that sucks. I want that infestation thing again. That was fucking cool as hell. Only I didn't die, or if I had a decent health total when I first picked it up. Heavy spread is what it's called. Block enemies, or just like they temporarily have that effect or something, or there's a way to remove it from them? Kind of boring. Song sounds like a Santana song. I like it. Okay, let's see. Heavy spread gives a projectile a much lower cast delay, but no respect to your aim. So it's great if I'm able to spread shit all over the place, but kind of useless if I can't do that. Okay, I see. Spark bolts. Hey, Serp, how you doing? Save my money. Oh, I'm trying to make vampirism work. I feel like I don't see blood when I feel like I need to see blood. Dead. We'll be dead soon. What's this guy? Bombs? Don't care. Bifurcated discs. Double scatter, firebolt, burning trail. Maybe I can make it work. Because that one's better. Where's Castellet? Shuffle though, which kind of sucks. Oh really? I have like zero intuition for what can and can't hurt me and when it can hurt me. I feel like there's some kind of grace period for projectiles where like the moment after it comes out of me it can't harm me. But then each thing has like a rule where it's like, okay, if it's a saw blade, it hurts you the moment it touches the ground. I'll have to leave that as a future Marstead note because I keep dying to stain damage. I'll say that's too many gold pieces to leave behind, but so I can immerse myself in acid and not die. So do I just take damage from becoming saturated with acid, or do I take damage from being in the acid and also I have saturation that doesn't go away for a while, that is also doing damage over time? Dynamite. Ugh. Is blood at least? Okay. Great to get vampirism with that. Okay. So for a gun that only has one spell slot, the recharge and cast delay, effectively the only number I care about is whichever of those 2 digits is lower. Oh, this is interesting. Wish I could see the always cast thing on wands. That seems pretty important. Oh, whichever one's higher, that's right. That's what I meant. But if I have 2 spells, then my recharge time needs to be about double the cast delay. If I have 3 spells, it needs to be about triple the cast delay and so on before I get throttled. Double the cast delay or lower, obviously. Okay. Always give me... I never get modifiers. It's always modifiers that I want. Shuffle, yes. 0.17, 0.43. So just out of curiosity, if I switch that... Yeah, that's just strictly better at this point, right? Maybe they give me this and so I can get... Maybe I need to plan on swapping out my bomb spell with a single target thing like that. And what else would I put in there? I think I like this one the best. Gases near you ignite automatically. Maybe not great right now. Bomb-like spells can be placed in the item space in the inventory and used like throwable items. That's kind of interesting. So like TNT. Take the movement speed increase. I do overwhelm the recharge time eventually. I overwhelm mana cost. Okay. So it's 3 things. Determine whether you can just hold the button down. Usually mana doesn't seem like it worries a bunch. Can't afford any of this shit. %20 resistance against explosions and projectiles. I want to do another dig build, but it seems like it's hard to force that. And just ignore all the enemies, basically. Now there's seas of blood everywhere. No vampirism though. Holy shit. Fuck. Y'all need to chill the fuck out. Damn it. I was trying to fly over that thing, but my character got stuck on that corner. I feel like I've learned a substantial amount from this run, but I'm still not any good at the game. I feel quite bad at it. I think that I'm bad at a strategic level. I'm making bad wand decisions first, and then also making bad tactical, like, level gameplay decisions. This is the worst explosive to start with. I feel like almost like if I get it, I should just start over. Doesn't hurt me, I guess. Oh, it can hurt me, okay. I guess there's some kind of rule about when the projectile ceases to be that affects whether you're in danger from your own projectile or not. I don't really grok it. It's like as soon as it touches a wall, it is deleted and can no longer harm you. Maybe I can use that to get to that other wand. Probably nothing interesting in it, but... What did I just pick up? Oh, that shit. Did not see that money just sitting there despawning. I must have like accidentally aimed it in a slightly wrong direction and blew myself up. Okay. Barely different standard wand. Maybe I can modify it somehow. Something's damaging that. Or it's like an electric box that's shocking the water nearby. God, I'm just letting gold drop all over the place. Ugh. Okay, so this is alcohol. Can I get 100% drunk? Probably don't want to be on fire in alcohol. Horizontal barrier. What does this do? Harms passing creatures, including you. Beer is not flammable. I have to be moving with it. Yeah, that did so much damage when I just tried to like experiment with it. Projectiles near you slow down. Liquids freeze. I'm probably gonna kill myself with this ability like immediately, but here I should give it a Scout's try. Right. It's a barrier, but it doesn't block the projectiles. Wanna come over here, dude? So like you literally, in order for that to not instantly kill you, you have to be moving backwards when you cast it. It is impossible for it to... You can't like launch it in front of you. Way to prove you weren't watering down the whiskey. I just realized we're like 5 minutes over time. I've just been having such a good time. That's right, because we started with a few minutes of falling sand game. I think I need to wrap there then. Future Marstead, when you've got goop on you, if you stand on the ground instead of flying, it wears off faster. That can save your life. You want to merge wand. You're probably going to remember the core wand mechanics because they make sense. But you want to merge wands. You want to try to get a wand that has low cast delay, low recharge time, low mana cost, and a bunch of other passives. Definitely keep an eye out for the drill ability. If you can get the drill ability on a wand that has really low cast delay and really low recharge, there's a pretty decent chance that you can just dig through the levels and get a pacifist chest and ignore the enemies. That's probably the most successful you've been in a run where you got the drill. So maybe try to make fetch happen with the drill. You can try mixing other things in the meantime. You're really struggling to get past like level 1 and 2. I think you need to just slow down and take your time and clear level 1 and try to get as much money as you can. But this game is really cool. Thanks Propagable for putting it on Subblock. I'm excited to play more. I was definitely so lost and having a good time with it that I completely lost track of time.